Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
And this is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch along podcast. We are attempting to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball that we can get these 4 medium and large sized hands on. I wear a large glove. I'm not large and extra large. We'll go with that.
Yeah. We're the L and XL
we put
of
the
podcasting.
We put the L in XFL.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're the league part. But look, we're talking Dragon Ball. We're having a good time doing it. But before we begin, we have to do a little something called Kame housekeeping, getting you, the audience, ready for the audio journey ahead. We're not cleaning you up. You're perfect the way you are. We're cleaning this podcast up. This podcast is in shambles. Let's face it. It's
look, you caught me.
we gotta refinance.
Gotta refi, baby. Nothing wrong with a little refi.
2 mortgages, sure.
Give it to me, baby.
But we just gotta let you, the audience, we got to give you all the information you need to really enjoy the podcast, not have to worry about the technicalities of everything. And the first part of Kame housekeeping is the world famous, UN sanctioned, Olympic Committee approved 1 minute roundup. Thunder sound.
Quick, come on in.
Oh, thank you, mister.
Yeah, don't worry. The storm caught us all by surprise. It happens.
I'm just, selling brushes door to door, and I thank you for your generosity. And,
brushes, you say? Mm-hmm. A salesman, you say?
That is correct.
Well, I hate to break it to you, son, but you're looking at a man with full-blown alopecia. So,
oh no! Oh, you're removing your hood.
Yes, I'm removing my hood, and that hood is attached to a jacket that I'm opening.
Oh,
a lot of people ask me to prove it. So, I hope you're okay with this. You're into my home.
I'm a guest, so whatever goes.
Well, I'll let you imagine, but it's hairless everywhere.
I feel like you kind of want me to see. Is that the vibe I'm picking up on?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Was it a convenient awning? Was I watching you from my 3rd story window while you went door to door?
I mean, I can't confirm that. I was focused on my brushes. By the way, not just for hair. I have other brush functions.
Oh, okay.
and
seed. I like that tagline. Brushes. They're not just for hair.
They're not.
Brushes for everything.
I think brushes were a door-to-door salesman thing, right? If cartoons
had to. There was definitely a fox parading as a human going to Tom and Jerry's house being like, "You need brushes for your cat, lady."
No one talking except Spike the dog.
That Spike the dog talking in almost every episode he's in. Like, there's an episode where, I can't believe I'm pulling this. There's an episode where Tom, Jerry, and Spike are at each other's throats. And a classic Tom, Jerry, Spike battle sequence is Three Stooges style, hit, like one's hitting the other. Like Jerry's hitting Spike in the ankles, Tom's hitting Jerry in the head, and Spike's hitting Tom in the back with a pipe. And then at some point, and this is Spike's voice, Aaron, I'm pretty sure this is it. Throughout that, Spike will just go, "Hey, fellas, look at what we're doing. Aren't you tired of this?" And then the episode ends with them like that's and there's no place like home.
No, this is ringing several bells.
Mm-hmm.
I just like because it ends with them going back to like fighting each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. They can't not.
They can't not. Like, they go to split a sandwich, and of course, Tom takes the biggest piece, and then Spike's like, "Hey, hold on there, pal." And then the bonking continues.
Mm-hmm. I do just like the existential dread of Spike. The only one who could vocalize it.
Yeah, man. Except for when Tom sang to Pretty Girl Cats in Zoot Suits. Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Baby, please don't turn me down. Da-do-da-do-dee-do.
And then I just remember the clip of him rolling Tom up, rolling Jerry up in a cigarette.
That's Cowboy Tom, baby. Rolling Jerry up in a cigarette, smoking his ass.
To impress the lady cat.
Wearing those big pants.
Chaps.
That's right. You got it. And that's enough. I've outed myself as an old man.
That's fun. It's good stuff. It's holds up. Stuff. They made a movie starring Chloe Grace Moretz.
That's right.
For a reason.
Oh my God.
Because they were gonna lose the IP.
They're going to lose the IP.
And we don't want to lose the IP on this episode. So we'll get on to the 1 minute roundup proper, because that, friends, that's just the beginning of it.
Tip of the iceberg.
That's to get our improv muscles loosey-goosey or tighty-whitey.
You sick son of a bitch.
What goes after tighty if I'm saying loosey-goosey?
Righty tighty.
Right? Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Aaron, I just got to call you out there.
You're right. Look, we're trying to get loosey goosey or righty tighty.
Yeah.
And it leads us to the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us, this time Vince, has to summarize everything that's happened in Dragon Ball thus far. We are talking a total of roughly 325 episodes of a. Sorry, I also, much like Spike, I'm also having existential dread at what we've accomplished and what we've been doing.
Don't look back.
No, straight ahead. Only way out is through.
That's right.
And we do this as a service to you, the audience, to catch you up on what we've watched so far in Dragon Ball. It's also, I know you freaks like to hear a sweat, so that's another aspect of it.
I mic'd up my forehead so you can really hear it.
Yeah, you love that flop sound. But
mine sounds like shell casings because I'm sweating bullets.
Look, you're so like, maybe it's not picking up on the mic, but I hear it and it's so loud. So we gotta let you do this thing. So I have to ask, Vince, are you ready to round up?
Aaron, yes, I am. And here I go. So you collect 7 magic balls. You get to wish for anything you want. Story follows Goku's little monkey boy goes on lots of adventures to save the world, from Emperor Pilaf to the Red Ribbon Army to his Saiyan brethren, one of which he he killed and died in the process, had to come back to life to fight more Saiyans. When his friends died, he had to go to Namek to get the Dragon Balls and wish them all back to life. And he became a Super Saiyan to fight the legendary bad boy Frieza and his goons. Then when he came back, he got a heart disease that was foretold to him by a boy from the future. Turns out that boy is Vegeta's son, and there are androids, but there are more than just the 2 androids that they thought. And that android begat a better android that's a bug, and it absorbs other androids, and that super bug android is so strong that he's like, I'm going to hold a martial arts tournament, and everybody's going to fight, or I'm going to destroy the world and probably the universe. And now we're at that final fight because Hercule Satan and his goons are losers, but Goku's stepping up.
Ooh. One of the most coherent roundups we've had in a while.
I've been doing a lot of voiceover auditions. My line reads are perfect.
That was smooth.
That's right. That's right. I'm back, baby.
We're back, and that lovely roundup allows us, to issue maybe a bit of a challenge. If you audience, you can't possibly think you can do better than that, can you?
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way.
Aaron, the problem is I set the bar too high.
The bar is very high, but if you want to send in your own 1 minute roundup to prove us wrong and give us a little bit of a break, you can send it to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. Now we can move on to the next part of Kame Housekeeping, where we let you know that we watched 2 different versions of the episode. I watched the English subtitled version. Vince watches the English dub, the Funimation dub. And we do this because it is fun to compare and contrast the differences. Sometimes they're very big, sometimes they're very small. But the first difference, at least in Dragon Ball Z, has always been the title. So Vince, will you please give us the title for your episode?
You got it. So here it is. The title for this week's episode 177 of Dragon Ball Z. Goku versus Cell.
Mine's similar. Not a lot of, we're getting what they're telling us.
Okay.
So for my episode from the original Japanese, roughly translated, for episode 177 of Dragon Ball Z is Fight Time, Goku! The ultra tense Cell games.
Oh, you win. You win. Your title is better. Any title that starts with Fight Time.
Fight Time.
Fight Time, Goku. Let's go. Aaron, let's go. Let's go.
Goku, let's go. Goku. Vince is putting on another hat that says Goku.
We're Team Goku. It's finally here, dude.
It's the... Okay. Let's go ahead and, cut to the chase. That the Cell games start. Wait, hold on. Actually, maybe not. We'll find out. We'll see if there's any differences at the end. So soft may actually. So we'll see. We'll let you be the judge, audience.
I mean, to pull from a sporting event, this may be like a rally style rolling start, where the car is in gear, but. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't want to slow this down.
The green flag has not been waved.
That's my man. My man.
We see Cell, Goku, they're squaring up. They're about to fight. We're just panning to everyone's faces. And Firecracker's being a real piece of shit here.
God damn it. Firecracker's getting on my last nerve.
Completely ignoring these very buff men. And green person, and child, and person who looks like child.
Not interested at all. Like, there's no ounce of journalistic integrity that Firecracker brings to this. He is just Hercule's hype man, but even at that point, at a point in this episode, he's told how to be a better hype man by Pizza.
Yeah, people are starting to believe here towards as we get to the end of this episode. But right now, Firecracker sucks. He's just like, is this the end of the earth? Who's gonna fight? Just completely ignoring the fact that Cell called out Goku specifically.
Yeah. Not even to the point where he paid attention to Goku's name, because in mine, Firecracker says, I guess the cocky guy with the big hair is fighting Cell. What do you think, Hercule? And Hercule,
oh yeah,
of
he's
course,
alive.
is still somehow alive. Battered but not bruised. And Hercule just goes, just by looking at him, just looking at the runt, you better have a stretcher and an ambulance ready. Ha 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 ha.
So like we jumped ahead a little bit, but in that instance, it's a whirl of things for this episode. I think, quote, utterly hopeless and a rank amateur. I can tell just by looking at his stance.
Hercule, you didn't go into a stance.
Speaking of, see, this all fits in. Don't worry, we'll get us. I'm gonna get us there. So, Mr. Satan, when he comes back, he's adjusting his jaw. He's alive. Firecracker asks him, like, well, hey, what happened? Mr. Satan is like, oh, I just I missed with my footing. That's how I lost.
Yeah.
And there's a second where Firecracker's like, how does that make sense? Because I'm pretty sure you flew into a mountain. And as you said, this is when Pizza has to step in and cover bases.
Oh, well, what you don't understand is Mr. Hercule is so strong that any misstep could send him flying in a direction unintended.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's the pepperoni truth. I don't know. I'm trying to... She's got to have some kind of pizza tagline.
And that's the real sauce.
Ooh, there we go. Better. Look, I'm just hungry. I had a poke bowl, and I'm still like, pepperoni would be good.
They should put pepperoni in poke bowls.
A rice-based rice sauce.
Yeah.
Mango.
Go on. Give me more. Fresh basil.
Seaweed salad.
Oh. We're missing out. They have to have pizza poke in Japan. Please, Japan, have pizza poke when I go visit.
We can start. Look. Okay. Tien.
Yeah.
We take sushi grade rice. We flatten it out, almost a smash burger patty, as we grill it on a flat top.
Okay.
Get some nice char. Then he put pizza toppings on that bad boy.
Oh. Ooh.
And personal pan poke. Personal pan pokes.
Personal pan poke. And Aaron, I love this because I thought you were going to go the same route as Sushi Pizza, which is a place.
Get out of here.
That is a place, and they fry the seaweed with a triangle,
like
with
a
the
deep
rice.
Fry.
It's bad. It's bad. It's a bad idea. Our idea is better because it's alliterative, and that's what sells food.
Gluten free.
It's gluten free.
GF.
We hit the health angle.
It's GF for your GF.
I love it. I love it. We're vegetarian friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
What we're saying is that. What I'm saying is that.
Loan?
What'd you say? The real sauce?
That's the sauce. This is the only way I'll talk as pizza.
Well, she's not from Jersey. She didn't call it gravy.
Oh, they call it gravy in Jersey?
Some places.
No wonder their mascot is the Jersey Devil.
Those little troublemakers in the Garden State.
That's right.
Okay, so We have that explanation. And then the thing that infuriated me was Mr. Satan's like, well, after a short breather, I'll go back and I'll do it again. I'll fight again. I'm like, no, you won't. You lost.
No, that's not how it works.
No one called him on
pricks.
this. It just, again, annoyed me to no end. I'm like, no, someone call him. You can't keep getting away with this.
The last little bit that I want to say about this Hercule scene is that just to put in context of how arrogant this man is, Vegeta does a double take when witnessing Hercule just speak out his ass. Like Vegeta is interiorly monologuing this and has been doing this for like 3 episodes now, where he's arms folded, classic Vegeta pose, does not flinch, does not move, does not speak to anybody. And all of his dialogue is interior. His only expression is exasperation at Hercule. Like nuts in terms of look, we all like to talk about Vegeta's character growth, but like just in terms of characterization of 2 very arrogant boys. Do we want to hit real quick that as this fight gets underway, Goku and Cell have a brief exchange? The thing that I wrote down that I thought was pretty silly in terms of a call and response was Goku saying, I hear you're designed to use all our techniques against us. And Cell just goes, perfection.
Like, Ooh, that's same idea in mind.
Yeah.
Not as good.
Yeah. They do a great job with Cell in the English version. Probably why he's one of my favorite villains of all of Dragon Ball.
Just a response of perfection. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we in the backtrack on Vegeta, he does have one of his inner monologue things is like, this is the world champion of stupidity.
That's good. That's really good. I like that. As Goku and Cell are clashing or about to clash, we get reaction shots from all the Z fighters. Piccolo sweating bullets. I've never seen a Green Man sweat. You never see a plant sweat like that. Trees don't sweat like that.
He's making maple syrup with how he's sweating.
Oh, it's not even my season.
Oh, I see you sweating over there, Pickle. Here's a tap. Let me just boop, boop, boop. There you go.
Thanks, Krillin.
And the bucket.
Thanks, Krillin. Hey, Krillin.
Yeah, Piccolo.
I'm really glad that that I confided in you with my, what I'm calling the sappening.
Yeah. It's sap season.
I really appreciate it.
Of course. Look, I asked if you wanted any profits from my Piccolo syrup business.
What do I need that for? Come on, man.
Phones.
So you mean these things?
Yeah, that thing you're holding in a very specific and normal way.
I am a crane machine for technology at all times. And scene.
Yeah, that was just to get to that visual gag for the video watcher.
That's right. Watch it on YouTube. Try it. We look good. I did a hat swap. It's a big deal.
That's so much energy. There's so much production budget that goes into a hat swap. Months of planning.
We got to get clearances. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Look, when we were talking about it in the room, everyone was against it, but you made a really good case, and I think it's paid off.
Look, I learned how to fight for things that I think are important to the podcast. Just like I think it's important that we get to Trunks exclaiming that Goku is the best chance this planet has at survival. And as he's saying that, Vegeta is preoccupied with Gohan for some reason.
That in mine, I thought he was just giving his son the side eye.
Oh.
Like, I can't believe you're a fan of this chump. Hold on.
Oh.
Ooh, Vegeta's voice is hard. But that's when they do like a zoom out, and that's when I notice like, oh no. He's looking at Gohan. Because he's
I wonder why.
Don't
Vegeta's
tell
just
me.
jealous of his drip. Damn, he looks good. He's got it on.
I should get a cape.
Why didn't I get a cape?
Perhaps a
Bulma.
helmet.
Bulma, I want a cape. Woman, get me a cape.
You go to the cape closet.
I don't want to go anywhere. I want a cape. Now.
We have so
Is
many
there
capes.
not a capsule cape?
There is. There's like 20. You said you didn't like them.
They're not princely enough.
Okay, name a material.
Satin.
Okay. Ball.
Because it rhymes with Satan.
That chump.
No, I misspoke. I hate that ingrate, that arrogant blowhard.
Yeah, what it sounds like is you want a cape like Mr. Satan. You're jealous of him.
No, you know what? I don't want a cape.
Okay.
I want arms out, suns out, guns out, Bulma. I know you like it.
I'm not staring or asking for pics.
You can have one. You're the only one.
I know it's me and Trunks in your phone. And like current Trunks, not future one.
I thought that was all it could hold.
No.
Can I get Kakarot in here? I want to laugh. I want to laugh at a clown every day.
He doesn't have a phone. Chi-Chi won't let him. She doesn't want him to spend all his time on it.
Oh, Bulma, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get games on my phone?
Just Snake. Snake Way is what we call it here.
Yes. In your face, Kakarot. I win again.
He's busy fighting Cell.
Look, it ate another Dragon Ball. TN. And Seed, because Aaron, we got to develop this.
We got to make
Snake
Snake.
Way.
We have to make
Snake.
We got to make an unlicensed Snake clone. So so one of my favorite things is just Satan and Firecracker. They're just trying to roast on Goku. They're trying to yuck it up. And then it's then the fight starts and they become slack-jawed.
It's such a good feeling. And I think, doesn't Krillin like have a face on this entire time? Like we get reaction shots of Hercule and his cronies and everybody's jaws are unhinging like snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Krillin's got that like little beady-eyed side-eye thing going on when they cut to him. It's a great feeling. They nailed this moment.
I feel like you would have remembered this, but in mine, we have Piroshki, Coordinate, whatever his name is, Candida,
Fabio,
and Pizza. They do when they open their mouth, they do like the Three Stooges thing of like Like they each make a different musical note.
They
as
harmonize?
Yes.
Why didn't I get that?
That seems like a 1-for-1 transfer they should have done.
I mean,
on
it's
this.
so you're absolutely right. And I don't know, did somebody in the localization team being like, I don't know if the kids will get this. Is this a Three Stooges reference? Which
Kids don't like music.
I think the kids would get. Kids love the Stooges. Curly, Mo, the rest.
Larry and Shemp.
That's right.
Yeah, they all did Mario impressions.
Oh no! Where is Curly's gold?
I can't. It was too fast. There's a breakneck pace of references.
Oh, I got a million of them, baby.
So we have, after that little warm up, Satan's like, well, yeah, he's good, but he's probably out of the limits. He can't possibly fight more than Goku.
Wow.
And then Goku.
That's good because I'm trying. I didn't write down my notes. On like what Hercule, because it's not until later that I think I have a note where Hercule is like calling out specific things as another trick. But I do like he's like, oh, he can't do flips and shit. No way. Martial arts. I've never seen the stuff.
Gross.
Marshall, I don't know him.
And the arts. No son of mine. No daughter
I
of mine
thought we
either.
defunded the arts after I got the title.
Yeah, we put it all into this football team for Metro.
The Super Satans.
Vidal's bored at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vidal's as old as Gohan.
Mm-hmm. Where's she? Watching her dad.
Yeah,
watching her
why
dad.
why didn't we get any reaction shots? Like at this point, we were used to getting reaction shots to the crowd because it's all being filmed live, and we didn't get any of that, and we haven't gotten it so far in this episode. But I think that would have been a nice addition. Like, I don't know, in a Z Kai, I doubt because Z Kai is supposed to be shrinking the canon and making it more digestible by ultimately
for cowards
eroding the beauty that is the Cell animation stuff. But I digress. I'm not here to quibble with that. But it would have been cool to be introduced to Videl right now, where she's cheering on her dad and like she's totally Satan pilled, and it's just like they're all fakes.
There's this is a George Lucasy thing I wouldn't hate, to put Videl in the Cell games.
Yeah.
Even it's just like, who's that cute boy?
Yeah, she's shaking the TV. I want to see the cute boy. Or I'd even take a few shots of Dog President.
They never have cute dogs in these things.
Oh, after Man Wolf, there hasn't been a cute dog fighting in ages.
That's what I'm going to run on next time.
More cute boys.
All the fighting is, I think overall, is solid. It's, I think Goku at this point finally tries to kick Cell out of the ring. You think his wings are going to touch, but then Cell floats back into the ring like a Dracula.
Yep.
Like a hinge.
That's a great move. That's a great move. And I think he says something along the line, oh, did you think that was going to knock me out, Goku? If so, you're sorely mistaken. And I just wanted to highlight one of Goku's after image techniques, like, because we haven't seen Goku use a lot of techniques recently. He's been sick. He hasn't been feeling well. But the after image is like a staple of Goku's bag, and this was a after image charge technique. So the after image charged through Cell, and then Goku followed it up with a kick. And yeah, I thought that was really, really cool. But like you said, animation is fine so far.
Mhm.
And yeah, Cell is just like, oh, you thought that was going to knock me out? Well, I got news for you. And he says this: little by little, I'll reveal the perfect power that lies within me. I'm just like, oh,
Ooh.
daddy.
They're flirting at this point. Both Cell and Goku.
They're cheesing at each other, just winking, smirking.
Mhm. Goku saying like, "Drop the ruse." I learned that word from Gohan.
I read it in one of his. He read it to me from one of his books.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, you can stop the act." And Cell's like, "Oh, I just wanted you to tease you a little bit."
Oh my god.
Well, look, maybe they can get a room after this commercial.
Hey, Riley,
Yeah, Andrew.
do you want to make a podcast ad?
I do, but what would we mention?
So I think that we could probably put together an ad for a show called The Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we. You know, it's a podcast where we both pitch each other podcast ideas instead of doing one ourselves.
Yeah, it's a podcast pilot pitching project. Totally. We should mention that it's a comedy show, right? Where we throw out ideas getting weirdly deep into the themes of Jumanji.
Is that one a podcast?
No. It's a podcast idea that is actually a front for me to talk to you about hyperfixations I got.
Oh, that's most of the things that you hit me with. What about instead if we just talked about all the different ways you could do a rewatch of Lost?
Now that sounds like you just did what I did, but you said it in a positive voice.
Okay, and along the way, what if we pitched ideas like, I don't know, epic rap battles of mystery, the Lin-Manuel Miranda podcast?
Listen to the Podcast Minds. There, but for the grace of pod, go we on your podcatcher of choice on the Moonshot Network. Hi ho!
Hi ho! Every Friday.
Ooh, we are back. And Aaron, I wanted to interject with some Vince sport history.
Okay.
Because as far as rivalries go, I never had one that felt like this, that felt like love.
It's a Sasuke Naruto.
Yeah, man. Do you know how bad I wanted that while I was watching that stuff in high school? Like, you know what I want? I want somebody that's going to push me to be better all the time. It's going to, show me new ways to, dribble a basketball, show me how to dunk something or think outside of the normal sports realm. Instead, what I got was a trust fund boy from a school, and we were pitted against each other purely because we were tall. And I bullied this kid quite a bit.
Good. He's fine.
He had a third in his name. Like he was the third. So I don't to this day don't know the boy's real name because everybody called him Trip. And in football, we often lined up against each other. And I was just like, Trip, I'm going to kick your ass. And one of my friends who I played with was such a good hype man. He'd be like, yeah, Trip. Like we're like in stances, like as plays are being called, just like talking shit to this dude. My friend John was like, Trip, this is going to fucking pancake you this play. I was like, getting all riled up, like, Trip, I'm coming for you. I'm coming, Trip.
Trip the third.
Yeah. So
he's fine.
It like that's I was like Bakugo to Trip's Deku. I'm realizing.
He just had his quirk was money.
My quirk was unadulterated teen rage.
This is I mean, yeah, you're a teenager, But
Well.
it's wild to hear you say that you're going to kick someone's ass. I can't imagine it.
I know.
But I know
and
you have
it would only be in that sphere. If I saw Trip out in the street, I'd just be like, hey, man, what's going on?
Still, but it's like, hey, it was good seeing you. And then you lean in. I'm still going to kick your fucking ass, dude.
I had this to say because Trip had never beaten me in high school sports ever.
God, did the kid even want to do this?
Once.
Do
Probably
you think
not.
he actually wanted to play? Oh my God. There's
He
this
was,
guy
doing
named
it,
Vince.
he was doing it for social reasons. I was doing it because I needed it.
Okay, I'm sorry to feel bad for Trip.
That's fine.
Father, I do not wish to play the footballs.
Oh, well, son, whatever could be the problem, we've given you everything, the best equipment that money could buy.
And I'm training like Ivan Drago in Rocky IV, but still,
Yes, of
Father.
course. We've injected you with all kinds of creatines, my boy. You should be top of the game.
My muscles are so filled with water, Papa. I slosh about when I walk.
Let me guess. Is it one of those other prep school children giving you a hard time, my boy?
They put the tallest boy they could against me, and
Poppycock, a boy taller than you. I shan't believe it.
he tis, Father. If you'd ever go to one of my games, the only thing I want.
I'm busy.
Oh dear, Friday! I dread Friday nights. I dread them. I say.
Are you done, boy? I have money to make.
I mean, as long as I can have a little bit of it.
Of course.
Oh, thank
Here's
you.
a stack of hundreds.
Oh, they're wet for my watery muscles. See,
I'm starting to feel bad for Trip now too.
I do love and hate how we both locked in real hard on what that should be. It's like, this is how rich people talk.
Always have and always will.
Even if you're new rich at some point.
Oh my God. Yeah, that new money doesn't stave off that accent.
So Goku, Cell, rivals.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, let's go fast. And they go fast. So they go invisible. Only the Z, everyone is just like, what happened to them? Where did they go? The Z boys are able to follow along. They're just moving their eyes. They're not moving their head. I'm glad that everyone's at the level where they can watch this fight.
Yeah.
No one's
I
left behind.
was gonna get real sick of Tien or more likely Yamcha being like, huh? Where'd they go? Guys, I can't follow. You know? So I'm glad he did at least enough training of the eyes.
Yeah. I did a bunch of magic eyes. Me and Baby Trunks when I was babysitting. Ugh. What is it? What's this for? What? Wait, how does Yamcha sound again? What's this for?
Hold on, no.
It's surfery.
It's been a long time, and he
Mhm.
hasn't been relevant ever. So
Try not to be Yajirobe.
yeah. Whoa! No, that's closer to Yajirobe. Is
Is
that
it-
Cell? Oh no!
I'm ready to make some crazy money.
All right, West City Tigers, let's do this.
Everyone has good eyes except
Mhm.
for the loser squad. And Mr. Satan is once Firecracker's like, where did they go? What happened? Mr. Satan is very quick to say, it's a trick. And they're camouflaged. They're just laying on the ground.
Oh, they're just laying on the ground.
Yeah. You know how.
That okay.
All right. Okay.
Because in mine, he says, it's just mirrors. Like he
Both are
pulls it. It's a
dumb.
David Blaine. It's
Mhm.
mirrors. Like bullshit magic trick.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that makes sense for the bit that comes after, right?
Yes.
So, where is that? In the yeah. And then like I think Pizza gasses Hercule up, and she's like,
Of course, Mr. Satan would know all about this kind of trickery. If he really wanted to, he could do it right now.
and because Firecracker is a loser, he's like,
Mhm.
oh, really? He could, not facing Hercule, and then Hercule like slides out of frame, and the
That's very
gag
good.
is he's disappeared, but he's under a rock blanket. And I
Yeah.
thought, oh, man, that's a pretty good hiding spot. A rock, a blanket that looks like an angular rock.
Mhm. Even those little feetsies are sticking out.
Even though there's a live TV production quality camera facing right there, Firecracker's like, Mister, where did Hercule go? Where's he gone?
I don't, to use wrestling terms again, I don't think this was a work on Firecracker's part. I do
No,
think
no.
he was genuine. He's just that dumb.
For shoot, Firecracker is dumb. I
Yes.
used that correctly, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's like, haha, here I am. I gotcha. And like the rest of the crew are very embarrassed, and they're talking about how like he made it in secret last night.
Oh, that's good.
So but like my question is then, who's really the trickster? Has he pulled this out in a tournament?
Man, Aaron, you're chock full of good ideas. I want to see the Cell Games prequel where we see Hercule's rise through the
Mhm.
martial arts system. Right? Because I'm imagining like all the cavalcade of fighters that have been through the martial arts tournament showing up. Right? Like
Mhm.
maybe King Choppa, he's a lot older, Ramfan, what is it, Monster Beast Giran, Wolfman, Bacterian, like they all show up like thinking the worst, like they're gonna have to fight Goku and everybody
Mhm.
else again.
And all of his fucked up friends.
And then Hercule shows up with his loser friends, and like I could see King Choppa being like, no, I'm not, like this guy just hid under a blanket. I'm gonna leave. I don't want to do this.
This is
And then Hercule just emerging. Ha ha ha! I tricked him so bad he walked out the ring. I'm the champ. And like just through every round. It's why our old announcer is nowhere to be seen during this martial arts tournament, because Hercule made him give up on the trade.
that's yeah. I can see Hercule being so bad at martial arts that everyone who's kind of good within a human realm of capability quits. And like martial arts were a mistake. They Miyazaki it.
We were fools.
There is at all these antics, Krillin laughs. He's just like, oh, these guys are funny. And Gohan gets mad at him.
Oh, okay. So Krillin didn't have a slam, because he has a slam for these guys. He says, these
come on.
doorknobs are cracking me up.
These doorknobs.
And I thought Gohan was taking offense to doorknobs, thinking it was like some kind of slur
For non-key users.
for not. Oh, it's genius! Oh, Aaron, that's so good.
Oh, Krillin, you shouldn't say that.
Well, Gohan, they don't know how to use key, so they're doorknobs.
I get you're older, but you're being real sus right now, Mr. Krillin.
Gohan, I don't get your generation. I'm just speaking truth.
Oh, boy.
And you
Oh,
can
no.
listen to my podcast.
No, Krillin, no.
Shine on, bald head. Up
Krillin-
next, we've got Joe Latrulio? That
Oh,
one
no.
comic?
Oh, I think he's fine.
Oh, he's good? Then
I think so. Yeah, I think he has some saucy comedy, but I think more realistically, he's all right.
then screw that, because Matt Rife is up next.
No. The guy who's handsome. Yeah, that's how he closes out the podcast. He gets Can he give a tongue waggle? It's what we do here to close the podcast.
I assume Matt Rife sounds like this. I'm Matt Rife. Ah.
Who knows?
All I know is we should all be supporting Hawk to a Girl's rise to podcast prominence.
Blow it up.
Tear it down. Haley
Ruin the
Welch.
industry. Get him. Get fucking Barack Obama on your goddamn podcast.
Are you- She's close. She's number 3. She's eclipsed Obama.
It's gonna and Springsteen.
Yeah, man.
The adventures
only
of
thing-
podcasting.
The only things between Hawk to a Girl and podcast supremacy is Joe Rogan.
Who's gonna be the guest first? Who's gonna be guest on who?
Oh my God.
The
If
negotiations.
Joe knows what's good for him, he'll do her podcast first. But I
They-
doubt he ever leaves whatever cigar weed filled hovel that he lives in, that he calls a studio.
He's just always podcasting.
He's always podcasting.
Just like Goku and the other one, Cell, are always fighting. What did I write down? Okay.
I think we're getting the sense that this fight is not real. Nobody's really taking it seriously. I think
Mhm.
Gohan even calls out Goku. He's like, I don't get it. Why is my dad not taking this fight seriously?
There's
Yeah.
I do have to mention that we do get a shot of TN darting his eyes back and forth, and that's the funniest thing in the world.
It's never not going to be funny.
It's so good. And I think especially because he says, like, I'm having trouble keeping up.
Yeah. I think in mine he might even say, I think I'm going to get dizzy. And all we want is to see that third eye just kind of,
He's got to Uzumaki himself.
just kind of, ooh, I might get scared.
There's like so the fight is finally visible to the naked eye. Hercule's crew, they're starting to believe, like, okay, this guy's legit. And then it's just Goku sliding back as he's constantly getting punched. He's almost at the edge of the ring. And then he after images, so he's back in the center of the ring. Punches Cell up in the air. Goes for a Kamehameha. That Cell just smacks out of the way beautifully. Because he's
Gorgeous.
Piccolo's like, God damn it. It's
Piccolo
bullshit.
said, that was hot. That was shit hot, bro.
Imitation is a serious form of flattery, baby. But that allows Goku to get a punch in from behind. And then like that essentially they end up scoring off again. And then Cell, the big reveal. That should be enough for the warm-up exercises, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's it. So
Still.
we've been pre-gaming, baby.
This is practice. This isn't
Cell
this isn't
games,
real
the ultimate
match, you
edge
fool.
fest.
Goo to the Cell games. This is. I did have the moment of. You cannot tell me that the games have really actually not started still. You can't be serious.
Just wait, Aaron. Next episode, there's going to be a point where Cell's like, All right, let's kick it into high gear. Like something like that. I don't know
That's
why
fine.
he sounds like young Keanu Reeves.
I thought he was a guy sensei.
Oh, yeah, that was a little bit closer to Guy Sensei. Oh, man, guys, if Guy Sensei was at the Cell Games, he'd be so down for this.
Mm-hmm.
Guy Sensei would be like, I love a warm-up. All right, here we go.
So, if this is the warm-up, what's the actual match going to be?
Ooh, I can't wait. Lee, are you taking notes? Because I'm about to get busy. Yes, Guy Sensei.
So, like, we end with this internal monologue of both Cell and Goku, and the gist of it is they're little freaks, and they love this.
Mhm.
They're so excited that they're fighting each other.
Yeah, Cell's like, Goku's battle instincts are so impressive. And then Goku recognizes it. He's like, wow, Cell's pretty good. One slip up and I'm done.
Yeah.
And I love that little dichotomy that they have going on. And Goku finally takes a stance, crosses those arms, and powers up. Oh, is it juicy? This is where all the budget went this episode. This 3-second sequence.
I mean, someone had to draw that boulder.
That's
a
right.
boulder like fabric.
A fabric like boulder, a boulder like fabric.
Wrap your head around that.
Bruce Lee
Animation
said
that. Be like boulder, my friend.
Like
Stay
fabric.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Right? He said that. That sounds like it.
Yeah. The most interesting man in the world.
I kind
The dragon himself.
I mean,
I
pretty interesting.
he's an interesting guy.
But that's it. We have Goku powering up. You forgot it was so casual. Even I forgot that he was already Super Saiyan.
Right? We didn't even mention it. He's been locked in.
This is number 2. This is level 2 or
That's
3.
it.
I forget. I don't know.
We don't do power scaling. Go to Death Battle for that.
It's another level up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is it for the show. We do have some mail
Oh yeah.
from Master Researcher Nick, who gives us a little wrestling factoids.
Ooh.
So Nick writes, Mr. Satan students are a great reminder for me to read the manga someday because they kind of spoil the joke of Mr. Satan by taking it to 11. That said, you guys are right by calling out pierogi, which is a type of Russian fried bun.
Ooh.
Wink, wink.
Now I'm hungry.
And they are named after Big Bad Vader, as I previously stated.
Mhm.
However, Coroni, who is named after a type of rum,
Oh.
seems to take after 90s era Shawn Michaels. So yeah, early wrestling found its way into Dragon Ball. I could see the Shawn Michaels.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta lean on you because
just a
you
sexy
know more
boy.
about wrestling than me.
He's not
Shawn
your
Michaels
boy.
is just sexy.
The Heartbreak Kid was his nickname.
Oh, okay.
Much like the Ben Stiller vehicle from the early 2000s.
I think you missed me with that one.
Look up the Heartbreak Kid.
I will.
With
I
Miley-
will. I'll do it.
Mylene Ackerman. I'm saying those names wrong. Anyway, yeah. So Nick continues. Funny how the inverse of that has happened as time goes on. From Zelina Vega and Naomi. These are wrestlers. These are real wrestlers, Vince.
Okay.
During the fusion dance in tribute to Toriyama, or the New Day dressing up in Saiyan armor.
Wait, is New Day Budios
Yes.
featured heavily on what has been like 2 resurrections of G4?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got it.
They came out in full Saiyan armor one time. There's a
That's
lot of
pretty
Dragon
rad.
And Nick finishes with a PS. I'm not a wrestling fan. I'm just going off of what the internet and Team 4-Star have told me. Now, okay, Vince, what Nick did not mention one of mine and the internet's favorite wrestlers, Rhea Ripley. I'm sure
Okay.
you've seen her in Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah. A lot of Rhea Ripley's in Call of Duty lobbies these days.
I think in her 2020 WrestleMania match, she dressed as Vegeta. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I like her. she's my favorite now."
Was that like a unanimous thing in the in the wrestling community? Is that why she's showing up? Because I'll say this: Rhea Ripley's injection into Call of Duty came right after the Gundam collaboration, so maybe they were smoothing over that audience, trying to get me to spend more money on Gundam Aerial and then Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley in the past few years has really exploded. A lot of it is that like she's a very good wrestler. She is she's not so there are archetypes within wrestling. And so there's the archetype of the monster, which is just like, here's someone who's big, powerful. They usually don't say much. She's not like a full, so in that archetype, she's not really a full monster, but like within the rest of the women's division, she's like bigger than everyone else.
Okay.
And they play her off as that. So she's very unique in the women's wrestling space for WWE. So that's part of it. There is a whole bit for the past year where she was romantically involved in kayfabe with Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son. And so her nickname was Mommy for a good year. So you can, she dresses goth, her nickname's Mommy. You can do the math.
My
Vince.
God. No wonder. What a savvy business person.
MAMI, by the way.
Mommy.
Mommy.
Mommy. Wow.
Yep.
I look. Goth is in.
Goth is now. I want goth. Goth it's gonna be.
And everybody should have what they want, Aaron. Just
They
like
should.
we had a great time talking about this episode of Dragon Ball. Thank you, Nick, for the
Yes.
research. Oh, what else? What else you
Oh,
got?
I was like, thank. No, you did it. You think, Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick, for letting me talk about Rhea Ripley.
And yeah, thank you all for listening to the pod. Thank you to our Patreon supporters for keeping the lights on. We really appreciate all the support, and thank you to our sponsor, Tokyo Treat. If you don't know, you're about to. Tokyo Treat is
It's backwards
a
for
Japanese
Halloween.
pop subscription service. We got the Halloween snacks are in, and they are delicious. They're so delicious and so unique and so great to be sent right to your home. Use promo code KME to get $5 off your first box, and we really appreciate the sponsorship. And you buy a box from Kame House Party, you help the podcast. Remember that. Always like, share, and subscribe. And like, share, and subscribe to all of the Moonshot Network podcasts. We are part of the Moonshot Network. We love the Moonshot Network. We love our bosses, Riley and Andrew. And you can catch them streaming over at twitch.tv/moonshot. I said it before, I'll say it again. Andrew Sherman is way too good at mech fighting games. And we are streaming every week on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kame House Party, where we play a variety of games and have a variety of fun. I'm not sure exactly when this is going to come out, but there's been a major development in the gaming space. That's right. A new Dragon Ball game is out. So we got to play. And hopefully you'll catch Master Researcher Nick joining us on stream this week. And boy, oh boy, am I excited to play that game with all my friends. And maybe I'll even dip into the ranked world. You can also catch more of Aaron on his other podcast, Thinking Too Hard About Anime. Aaron and Noah combine to bring you the most soothing voices in podcasting. And they're informative and wonderful to boot. So check out Thinking Too Hard About Anime. Anything you want to tack on to that little promo for yourself, big guy?
Oh no, you did it. You did it
All
perfectly. Couldn't say it better. Couldn't say it better myself, so I won't.
And I think that's it for plugs. So whether or not you are, I gotta say it, Aaron, whether or not you're fight gooning or you're piccolo sap tapping, you gotta
keep fighting.